The Ayn Thor is the only handheld that keeps me coming back. What's going on, guys? ResTest here. Now today I kind of just want to briefly dive into a mini yap session explaining why I prefer the Ayn Thor more than the Steam Deck, number one, and really just give my thoughts on why I always just keep getting drawn back to it. Obviously the design, you know, the way it makes us feel, the way it brings back that nostalgic feeling from the Nintendo DS to 3DS days. There's a lot of things that I can dive into, but those are the main two things on why I want to address that in the video, the main topic for today, as you would say. The Ayn Thor really is an amazing handheld. I mean, just everything about it for me personally. I know some people have, you know, their issues with it and what they prefer and don't prefer about it, but I really want to just get into why I'm so attracted to this thing. The number one thing I'd say the Ayn Thor does a really good job at doing right is probably just the way that it's just built. Everything about it, to me, it's just beautiful. I'm being raw here. I'm just being as honest as possible, but just look at it. It just feels amazing. It feels right. The number one thing I think that brings me back though is the feel, you know, the look, the ergonomics, you know, the way it feels in the hand. It feels good. I mean, with the grip, it's probably going to feel 10 times even better, but it just does everything perfectly in the sense of taking you back to when you were a kid, in the sense of when you were playing, you know, your favorite childhood games and doing those things. I think the Ayn Thor emulates that perfectly, more so than the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck, in my opinion, really kind of just, like, if you want portability, you get this. If you want power, you get the Steam Deck. That's really all I can tell you. Steam Deck in general, like, it's cool. You can play a lot of games, you know, it's built for power, but the Ayn Thor, like, they handled it perfectly in two different ways. Portability, of course, and they took what was already working with the DS and the 3DS and they just built off of it. I think the Ayn Thor is a perfect representation of what this would be if Nintendo had continued making the DS and 3DS. Like, we would come somewhere along the lines of this. Like, two OLED screens, right? It's running the Snapdragon, whatever processor. I'm not too much of a techie person, meaning the terms, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna fully say, oh, it has this spec and this SD. Like, I don't know all that stuff, but I think Nintendo would land somewhere here if they had continued with the handheld space. And I don't know why they wouldn't. Like, they should. I love it. It's just overall really solid handheld. Like, it's just something I don't think the Steam Deck would be able to bring out in you. Like, it doesn't bring it out to the full potential as the Ayn Thor does. The Steam Deck is great at playing good games, you know, right? Running games, in the, you know, with power, with speed, with efficiency. But the Ayn Thor is kind of just set in its own category where it already took something that worked and just amplified it in a way that really pleases the consumer, when you ask me. I could even compare it to the golden age of when Nintendo had, like, peaked making a decent not even a decent, a phenomenal UI system, like the Wii, you know, the Wii U, those days with, like, when you could, like, you know, when the music would play in the background and what you get, like, visualizations of when you open up the Wii shop or, the Mii, like, stuff like that. When you can be able to do stuff like that, I think that comes into the Ayn Thor. Like, you're able to go inside, customize your stuff on console launcher, create it how you want to make it, and just have fun with it. You can do that customization with the Steam Deck as well, but it's just if we're being real, the Steam Deck is way too clunky. It just popped the Ayn Thor out of your pocket. Like, you can't fit that in your pocket, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not possible unless you want to end up looking like this. Like, the Ayn Thor really does everything right when it comes to meeting the needs of, like, the consumer, like how we felt when we had the DS in that time. Which would next lead me into the gaming part about the Ayn Thor. Just playing your childhood games. The Thor also just makes dual screen gaming feel like it never really left. Like, it was always there. And it's like you just picked off exactly where you left off when you were, like, a kid. For me, it was when I was like 10 or 11. When you pick this thing up, The only thing that changed is that it evolved and adapted to the present times. So like you got those two OLED screens, right? You're playing the games. The only thing I wish it had with it was a stylus. If they made their own stylus, that would have been amazing. It's like nothing ever changed. You know what I'm saying? It's a different type of feeling that really when you receive your Ayn Thor and you play it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And that's why it just always brings it back. It's also good because I think the Thor can also cure doom scrolling. If you're just scrolling on TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, whatever it is, this thing can fix that. If you're wanting to lower the amount of time that you're spending on your phone, just get a Thor. Get your games on your Ayn Thor. You have YouTube. You know, you have this device that is a gateway to do so many things while also not being glued to your phone all day, every day. Now, you don't have to be glued to your Ayn Thor all day, but it's also, you can exchange that with a gaming session. Then, of course, taking this with the Steam Deck, you can do a lot. I'm not going to lie like you can. I'm not going to keep bashing on it. There's a lot of good things that you can do with the Steam Deck. A lot of things that has the upper hand on, but again, if I could just sum it up with one word, just power, because that's really all it is. And that's completely up to you, the person, what you rather have. For me, nostalgia all day, every day, right? I want to feel like I'm a kid again. The Ayn Thor brings that out easily. If you want to just be on that PC side where you're like a gamer and you got like that pre-built PC and you're really like one of those guys, you might as well get the Steam Deck if you were like it, or you could be both. That honestly will drive me to my next point, which would be price. There's the Ayn Thor base model, then there's the Pro model, then there's the Max model. Now, I personally got the Pro, which comes with, I forgot how many gigs. I'm going to have to put it up on the screen here. But it's way lower price than the Steam Deck, and you're still getting, I think you're getting almost in terms of power, you're getting that with the Ayn Thor. It's kind of the best of both worlds. So what keeps me coming back to the Ayn Thor? Really, the number one thing is just the feeling of it. The feeling of being a kid again. If I could sum up this whole video, it's exactly that. The Ayn Thor makes me feel like I'm a kid again. The Ayn Thor brings back my core childhood memories that some of them were dormant and I forgot and I just remembered them. And it's an amazing handheld device. Everything about it, I love it. Am I being a number one Ayn Thor, D1 Glazer? Absolutely. Now, do I care? Not at all. It's just the truth and reality. The Steam Deck is a good handheld. It's a good device. What makes me not prefer the Steam Deck as much? It just doesn't bring that feeling out. You know, I swear there was this marketing, there's like a marketing lesson in something about, when people like market their products or whatever it is, the lesson is that emotion is what always gets the buyer to buy, right? It's not the, oh, this is the best pen in the world and do this and do that. You want to appeal to the person's emotion. And if you're able to do that, like the Ayn Thor does perfectly, they're going to give you all the money out of their pocket they can because they already have that feeling of it that it's going to meet and satisfy their needs. That's what the Ayn Thor does. I love the handheld clamshell design. It was with me since I was a kid and stayed with me even now as an adult. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I got more videos coming soon. Let me know in the comments what would keep you coming back to the Ayn Thor when it arrives and is delivered to your house and when you get to play it. Let me know in the comments. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care and definitely subscribe. It really helps my channel. Leave a like too if you enjoyed this video and if it really resonated with you. I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace out.